This is TechCrunch.
What is Apple Intelligence? When is it coming? And who will get it? I'm Imran Sheikh, and get ready because it's time for your Daily Crunch for Tuesday, starting with 3 big headlines. Audible, Amazon's audiobook business, on Monday announced that it'll use AI trained on professional narrators' voices to generate new audiobook recordings. A select U.S.-based cohort of audiobook narrators will be invited to train AI on their voices starting this week, Audible said. The trained AI will be used to make recordings, and narrators will have the chance to approve their synthetic voice for specific works, as well as edit the pronunciation and pacing. Audible says narrators who participate in the program will be compensated for any audiobooks created using their AI voices on a title-by-title or royalty-sharing basis. Visual search is coming to the iPhone, powered by Apple Intelligence, Apple's suite of AI capabilities, the company announced at Monday's Apple Event 2024. The camera control, the new button on the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus, can launch what Apple calls visual intelligence, basically a reverse image search combined with some text recognition. If you use visual intelligence to search for a restaurant, for example, it'll pick up restaurant hours, ratings, and options to check out the menu or make a reservation, Apple says. Or if you come across a flyer for an event, you can use visual intelligence to quickly add the title, time, date, and location to your calendar. The company says the feature will respect your privacy, and Apple services will never store your images. Through Apple's partnership with OpenAI, you'll also be able to use the new camera control button on iPhone 16 models to send the query off to ChatGPT instead. Apple suggests the feature could be used when stuck on a homework assignment, as one example. Visual Intelligence will launch along with other Apple Intelligence features in beta in October to U.S. English language users. Users in other countries, well, they can expect to get it in December and early 2025. After months of speculation, Apple Intelligence took center stage at WWDC 2024 in June. The platform was announced in the wake of a torrent of generative AI news from companies like Google and OpenAI, causing concern that the famously tight-lipped tech giant had missed the boat on the latest tech craze. Contrary to such speculation, however, Apple had a team in place working on what proved to be a very Apple approach to artificial intelligence. There was still some pizzazz amid the demos. Apple always loves to put on a show. But Apple Intelligence is ultimately a very pragmatic take on the category. Apple Intelligence, yep, you got it, AI for short, isn't a standalone feature. Rather, it's about integrating into existing offerings. While it is a branding exercise in a very real sense, the large language model, LLM-driven technology, will operate behind the scenes. As far as the consumer is concerned, the technology will mostly present itself in the form of new features for existing apps. We learned more during the Apple's iPhone 16 event. During the event, Apple touted a number of AI-powered features coming to their devices, from translation on the Apple Watch Series 10, visual search on iPhones, and a number of tweaks to Siri's capabilities. Apple also revealed that Intelligence would launch in beta this fall in the U.S. in English, with a wider international rollout with additional languages planned through the end of this year into 2025. Siri's integrated much more deeply into Apple's operating systems. For instance, instead of the familiar icon, users will see a glowing light around the edge of their iPhone screen when it's doing its thing. For more on Apple Intelligence and for everything announced at Monday's Apple Event 2024, head over to TechCrunch.com. Let's kick it over to producer Dennis with today's startup news in about 1 minute.
Imran, thank you. We begin with automation and IT monitoring company Progress. On Monday, Progress announced that it intends to acquire file management platform ShareFile for $875 million in cash and credit. The deal, which is expected to close by November 30th, will bolster Progress's portfolio with tools to help businesses more efficiently share and collaborate on documents. And the SMB-focused bookkeeping, accounting, and finance startup finally has raised $50 million in a Series B round of funding and secured a $150 million credit line. In some respects, finally competes with the likes of Brex and Ramp as it offers expense management and a corporate card. but the company maintains it's a multi-product platform that, for example, also offers payroll processing. And that'll do it for me. Imran, back to you.
And that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Kyle Wiggers, Brian Heater, and more beautiful, lovely TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here tomorrow. Same tech time, same Crunch channel. And until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.